What's up, everyone? I was just reading my comments on this channel, which I always forget to read. I'm seeing some of these. I mean, I guess because the stream keeps a lot of them. Hey, everybody. But somebody posted something the other day about about. Okay, I just found this teaching is not an infringement on copyright. I think this is more about YouTube not having Queens of the Stone Age as YouTube clients, not a copyright violation. Limitations on exclusive rights, fair use, notwithstanding, blah, blah, blah. Then it goes on to say, fair use, the factors to be considered or shall include, number one, the purpose and character of the use, including whether such use is of commercial nature, nonprofit, educational, nature of the copyrighted work. Number three, the amount of substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole, and the effect of the use of the potential market for the value of the copyrighted work. The fact that the work is unpublished will not so okay. So, anyways, I don't know what that really means. If that so there it is. Rick says here, hi Rick, I want to tell your friend Will Kahn, I know Will of Burl Audio, about your shout out to them, but the video got taken down. I know, right? I'll say good things about Burl again today. I love Burl Audio. They make incredible mic pre's. They make a great summing mixer, the Vancouver 32 channel summing mixer, which they built me the prototype of. Rich was used to work for Universal Audio before he started Burl, and he designed the 2192, their great converter that they discontinued. And they've got the best converters out there. The Monster, what is it called? The Mothership, which is a they have rack units that you put different. I think I want to say they're 4-channel converters or something. Maybe it's 4 in, 4 out. I'm not sure exactly how the Mothership works, but they're super high-end converters with transformers on each end of them, all Class A. Real high-end components. Burl Audio is a great, great company. I highly support them, and I've owned their products for 10 years or so, at least, probably more than that. But I have their some of their mic pre's, their 500 series mic pre's, the B1 and the B1D. I like them both. I really like the B1, their nickel one, even though they'll say that the Neve, the iron transformer one has more low mids, but I just think that the nickel one sounds incredibly good. You can hit them really hard and get transformer saturation on it, and it sounds killer. So anyways, so tell Will I said hi. Let's see here. UA makes good stuff, not so good DNA. I don't know what DNA is. Magoo. WWE, you're in Syria. Oh, brother. Sorry. We are praying for you. People just want to live their lives. Colin, Rick wanted to ask you if you like Joe Sample. Of course, love Joe Sample. Mark, today is your Lydian Day. Trying to type earlier. Okay. You said Libyan Day, I thought it was. Good source, they came from UA. Oh, they came from UA. Yeah, Rich was a designer for UA and worked on that. He's one of the few people that is really an expert in audio and in digital to audio conversion. That's really unusual. One of the only other guys that oh, did I date my thing? I didn't change the date on it. Sorry. Well, there you go. I'll change it after. I wonder if I can change it while I'm doing this. Let's see here. Um, is it screwed up or something? Let's see here. All changes are saved. See now, it says video is unavailable. That's weird. You guys can see me, right? Love your works from North. Thank you. You don't have to keep typing that. I saw it. 10th was confused. I just changed it. Tell me if it's changed right now. We can see you. Yes, it changed. There you go. Look at that. I don't know why when I click on the live stream, date is updated. Wow, that's amazing. I've not done a video on Pat Martino, Ron. For a moment, cut out, had to reload. Look at that. Well, I guess you can update these then. Don't want to relive yesterday, exactly. Thoughts on the rote method of teaching? I'm not sure what the rote method of teaching is. Is that like Suzuki? It's the 12th where you are. You're from the future, Ryan. There you go. When in doubt, press Alt F4. I'm not sure what that does. Thoughts on mastering a solo piano record? You know, you can't really talk about stuff like that. If you don't know what it sounds like, it's hard to talk about mastering. The time here, I'm in Atlanta. It's 10:09 p.m. right now. Mark, you didn't receive the alert that I was online. I'm wondering if that's because I had the wrong date on it. I really wonder. Suzuki method, okay. Learning how to read without learning how to read music. Well, I have my degree I have my degree in Suzuki strings, actually, my undergrad degree. So I was certified. I know this was back in 1984, but I was trained in Suzuki. In Suzuki, they do start out playing by ear if you're 4 years old, 4, 5, 6 years old, but then you start learning how to read music. So it's not all rote. So so that's I am certified in Suzuki. I was anyways. I don't know if I still am. What's up, Jim? Hello to Amsterdam. JP, what's a good mic for your daughter to record her trumpet with? Moderate budget, probably. Moderate budget. Geez. You'd probably be fine with I'm thinking moderate budget, not a 57, I wouldn't say, a 421, a Sennheiser 421, or an RE20, that's a Electro Voice RE20. Those are, RE20 is a little bit, is over $400. If 421 is going to be 375 or so. Neumann's are going to be more expensive. Yeah, for $400. Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't ever record. I don't ever record things. I don't ever buy microphones because I haven't bought a microphone uh, in. I probably haven't bought a microphone in, I don't know, uh, 10 years maybe, something like that. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Um, but I don't know anything about those Audio Technicas, Ray, the SDCs. I don't know anything about those, so I have no opinion. The only stuff I know is vintage microphones, pretty much, because anything that was made 10 years ago or before, I can tell you about. I can't tell you about any new microphones, really. Um, Maurizio, any advice on mixing your own stuff versus clients? You find it difficult unless you step away from it to get a second opinion. Otherwise, you'll tweak forever. Well, don't tweak forever. That's why being on a time deadline is actually really good, so that you don't mix it to death. That's a really difficult. Um, that's a conundrum always. Is to is to not overmix. I have a friend, Dave, that oh, thanks for that, Joe. So 421, 250, $70 shipping. That's a great deal for 421. They're almost impossible to break. You can't go wrong with them, and they're great. Sennheiser will fix them too if you have anything wrong. I've had the drummers hit the windscreen on them and dent them, send them off. They fix them. I don't even think they charge anything, honestly. Maurizio, no rush. Take your time. Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst. I have a friend, Dave. He used to have a studio here in one of the other rooms that I have here that I would show you, but I can't move the camera away from the computer here. I have a B room that's connected to my ISO booth down here. I have two ISO booths down here. I'm going to show you. See, at the end of this hall, or at the end of the room here, right behind that Marshall stack, half stack, there's a door there. That's to an ISO booth. That's to two ISO booths. So those two ISO booths are connected to a room down the hall here. And it's not the Dave that was on last night. It's an old friend of mine that does a lot of friend Dave that does a lot of music library work. And it's not an ISA booth, Ron. It's an ISO, like isolation booth, or ISO booth. Yeah. There's two rooms there. So those two rooms are connected to this other room. And so Dave would come here every day and work for years, probably for 3 years or so. And there's this one project that he worked on. He must have mixed it for, oh man, 3 months, 5 songs, just forever. And I would come in and I'd say, come on, man, you're not still working on that, are you? And he would just mix it over and over, and he'd just start over. I don't like the sound of it. I went home and I listened to it. I don't like it. Kind of like, you start on a piece of music and then you get some good idea or some new way of working, and then you restart it over. I have a friend that started writing a book, and he would just keep rewriting it over and over. And I always used to say, write a book and then move on and write another one. It's just like writing songs. Let it go, bro. Thank you, Body Knowledge. Exactly. Branyan, 3 months. Oh, man. No. Dave probably worked on this record for 5 months, I bet. But, oh, man. I would come in and my assistant, Ken, would say, I can't believe he's still working on that. This is unbelievable. This is amazing. Maurizio, maybe I should impose my own deadline by bringing my wife in to tell him to stop as soon as it sounds good. There you go. Perfect. So I would always have projects backed up. So I couldn't spend the time on them. What's the longest time to work on an album? The longest I ever worked was 8 months on a Need to Breathe record. Steve says, shouldn't you listen to a mix in the car heading down the highway? You know, it all depends. My control room is really accurate. I never needed to listen to anything outside of there. I never brought it out to my car ever. Almost never. I did at first until until I realized that I had it locked down. But yeah, 8 months on a record, 8.5 months, something like that. Just kept going on. A lot of songs, 2 mixers. I went to mastering a couple times to Sterling Sound. It was recording, mixing, stuff that I had to oversee. Even when I was working on other projects, it kept going on. And I never wanted to listen to the record again. I have listened to it, but not that much. But I would typically work on a record and I would it really depends on what it was, because I would usually mix as I go. Miles, you suffer from analysis paralysis. I'm drinking regular water, by the way. The record came out well, Ray, and sold 500,000 copies. So, matter of fact, I got a royalty check for it yesterday. So, it's still paying off even though we did it in 2011. So that's a good thing, right? Even though I don't listen to it anymore, I still get money for it every 6 months. So I was in this band years and years ago that I was in a band for about 5 years. It wasn't the number one song. No. This is a production, something I produced that sold 500,000 copies. Is that why I bought groceries today? Robert, you saw my thing you were on Rhett's thing? Yeah, I went to the grocery store tonight. I just came back. So I was in this band for about 5 years with my buddy Alan. Well, Alan doesn't talk to me anymore. He's mad at me for something. I'm not sure why. I haven't talked to him about a year. Well, actually, I know why. But and Alan was really instrumental in, and I told the story about him, but he was very instrumental in changing the course of my life. And I mean, he got me to play in a rock band. He got me out of my teaching gig. I mean, I left my teaching gig because I was playing in a band and we got signed to a publishing deal. But Alan taught me about how to write songs. So I was talking to JJ, who was the of the band yesterday. We've been friends for 25 years. We started playing in a band 1991. Alan and I started playing with 1989. So I told him there's a song that I listened to off this record that we did. We worked with this producer and engineer. The label forced us to work with these two guys, Richard Gotterer, who's a famous producer, and Jeffrey Lesser, who was an engineer and mixer. And we didn't want to work with them, and we got forced to. So I thought that our demos sounded great, our recording sounded great. And the guy that ran the label said, no, they don't sound good enough, they don't sound professional. And I had such demo-itis that I couldn't get over it. So I went and listened to this. I remember when I got the mixes that he sent. We tracked 3 songs with them, and he mixed them, and I thought they sounded terrible. Hated them. Oh, they didn't sound like our 4-track Fostex X15 that we had. And and when I listened to it yesterday, I called JJ and I said, "Man, what an idiot I was! I cannot believe that I thought that those mixes sounded bad. They sounded phenomenal." Um, and JJ was just laughing, and he reminded me that I. It's embarrassing. I plugged a Neve into the console. I know I plugged the Fostex into a Neve console and dumped some of the vocals on there that we had done in our demo and the horrible guitar sounds. And the engineer um, was well, that's actually not Alan's name, Joe, but that was his fake name. Anyways, um, so so JJ was just laughing about this, that about how 30 years later that it was obvious. I mean, I realized this years and years ago, um, that it sounded better, and I told him I wanted to call up Jeffrey and apologize for it. But then the same thing was done to me when we did our Billionaire record, because we had this producer that really did a terrible job. Don't go putting his name in there, Joe. And did make it sound worse than our record that we did. So, your ear can improve dramatically. I mean, really, really dramatically. You just don't know what to. You just have to know what to listen for. And man, I had all the training in the world. And I had already written my Beato book at the time. We lived in Philly. We weren't originally from Philly, though, Joe. But we lived in Philly for a couple years. Yeah, I was, I'd already been a college professor, and I had no idea how to listen to music. I had no experience. I thought I couldn't tell the difference between that and something that really sounded good. I couldn't tell the difference between our crappy sounding 4-tracks and these incredibly well sounding records, or great sounding records. And I was in my 30s then. I was right around 30. I lived in Willow Grove. I lived in downtown Philly when we first moved there, 33rd and Powelton, and then lived in Willow Grove, right across the street from the Willow Grove Mall. That's 91 through 93 it was. So I was a college professor from, I started in grad school when my teacher Mick took a leave of absence, and I started teaching all the students at NEC. So that was in 86. Really 86 to 92. So 24 to almost 30. You worked there, Colleen. You worked there in Willow Grove. Look at that. What's up, Martin? Powelton by I'm not sure what it was. It was 33rd and Powelton. It was near. Is UPenn near there? Oh yeah. So mortgage company. Okay, mortgage company there in Willow Grove. I lived in two different places in Willow Grove, both across from the Willow Grove Mall, on two different streets. It was We used to go to, there was a Wendy's that had an all-you-can-eat buffet on Sundays. And we were so broke that we would go and just pig out and stay there for hours. We'd go to the mall every day and eat, though, with the little money that we had. And I taught at this place called George's Music. I think it's still around up. I want to say it was up in Ambler. Taught guitar lessons. That's how I made a living. The buffet at Wendy's. There's one dislike. Oh, come on. There's always a troll. There's always trolls out there. There's people that subscribe to my channel that we get that'll get the notifications and go and hit the thumbs down button and then move on. What's the difference between amateur mixing and professional mixing? I mean, there's just so many differences. Tom, you could hear the differences from one mix to another. You really didn't care. Always had great mixers around you that did everything. All you want to do is play guitar. Yeah. Well, I was fascinated as much by I wasn't then when I first started. There's Aaron, everybody. What's up, Aaron? What's up with the dislikes? How many dislikes are there? Is there more than one? There's 5 dislikes. 5 people had bad aim. 6? Man. You get some blind people or something? No, there's some people that hate me on here. Put some likes in here. Got to balance that out. There was 4, but as I was talking, another popped up. Joseph, any chance on explanation on diatonic ninth chords? Buy my Beato book. It's all in there. So someone's rounding up the hate squad. 6 people hate Wendy's buffet. That could be it. Oh, we were broke. I was so broke back then that I would eat once a day. I weighed 128 pounds back then, and I was 30 back in 92. I was 30 years old. I weighed 128. 128 pounds. I had a 28-inch waist when I was 30 years old. And it was just, I'm 5'8", 128 pounds. It was not the keto diet. It was the no food diet, no money for food diet. Anyways, Ron, you have the 2.1. Well, email me. I'll send you the 2.2. The 2.3 is coming out next week. We'll send them out. Tasha, 125 at 5'7". There you go. 125, 5'10", and 125 at 30. Man, Aaron, stick. Coffee and skip meals diet. That's right. That is. I know. I wish I weighed that. Now I wish I weighed 30 pounds more than that now. My dad, when he and my mom got married, he was 34 and he weighed 140 and he was 6'1". So, anyways, Aaron, you're 185 now. I'm wearing black shirts. Ray, you were 155, 6'3". Holy smokes. At 16, okay. Wait, who cares? Mark 58180. There you go. Um, anyway, so I have a refresh the page. Crashed for me twice again. Weird. The video disappeared. What? Unavailable? Wow, what happened? Something happened? The video is unavailable. That's weird. We're back. Okay, so I have a Spotify. It says the video is unavailable to me. It's very weird. I have a Spotify channel. How many of you have subscribed to my Spotify that I put out yesterday? So I have a Spotify playlist that I started. I haven't completed it yet. I have many more things to put on there. It's called, what's it called here? Beatified Sounds. It's just under Rick Beato. It's my own Spotify playlist. You couldn't find my playlist? How do I... Aaron, are you on here still? Don't do Spotify or Facebook. Spotify's free, oh Magoo. Spotify under Rick Beato, yeah. Brett, it was your first time on Spotify? Awesome. Honestly, it was about my first time on Spotify. Aaron, how do I send them a link to that, to where my Spotify is? I mean, is there a link? I don't even know how it works. I have no idea. Can you upload your own stuff? You can, I think. I don't know, honestly. You'll post it in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I don't honestly know how Spotify works. Carol did it yesterday. She helped set it up. I actually set it up wrong first. Then I had to cancel my thing because I put Rick Beato and had the two names together, and I had to separate them, blah, blah, blah. So there, Aaron just posted it. Spotify is free. Or you can pay $10 a month and and have no ads. But you can see stuff that I'm listening to, things that I like, music I like. And the ear training thing is not mine. So that's somebody else posted that. I don't know why they put Rick Beato ear training. I don't know what that is. But Beatified Sounds is my it's a 3-hour playlist. Couldn't open it. RAP link. Aaron, what's up with that? To upload your band's album costs $80. Is it true, Frederick? Okay. The link doesn't work. Aaron. If you just log in and search my name, you can probably find it. It's got my picture on it. Oh, it's private. It shouldn't be private. It's not private. I don't think. Edit details. It's not private. It says make secret. No. Share. Oh, wait. Wait. Copy playlist link. Here we go. I copied it. Check this out. See if that works. Yeah, Aaron posted the same thing in. Do you have to join up? It's free. You just have to put your email in. That works. Okay. Swerve Driver's not in there. This is no, there's no rock. There's no rock music in there. This is my classical and jazz playlist here. I try to be pretty consistent. There's almost no drums. There's a little bit of drums, but not a lot in it. Mostly, this is a kind of a listening playlist here. Just pieces that I like. Music I like to listen to when I'm driving around. You might have to be signed up for it to work, Ray. I don't know. Aaron, do you have to be signed up for it to work? It is gentless. You have to be signed up for it to work. Okay, there you go. Need to be logged in. Okay, so you got to sign up. You got to create a Spotify account. I've had a Spotify account forever. And I didn't even realize it. But like I said, it's free. It's not like Facebook. Don't sign up with Facebook. Sign up with your email. Don't give Facebook the any of your info. Just put your email in there. I think it asks you how old you are. Asks you if you're man or woman. And it's $10 for no ads, $10 a month, which is exactly the same as Apple Music. But you can listen to anything. William, don't ask me about Greta Van Fleet. I'm sick of hearing about Greta Van Fleet. I don't know, William. You're new here. This is a non-Greta Van Fleet channel because I get asked about Greta Van Fleet all the time. And I get annoyed. Used to be, what was the other thing people used to ask me about that I used to get annoyed at all the time? Oh, what's his name from Porcupine Tree? God. Right. Jacob Collier. People don't ask me about Jacob anymore. They only ask me. They didn't ask me about Jacob. They asked me about Negative Harmony. Who do you hate? I don't hate. Stephen Wilson. Oh, brother. Greta Van Susteren. Ay. A equals 432. Thank you, Ray. That's the other thing. They're the Rick pet peeves. Who asked that? I'm not. I know you're new here. I'm just busting your chops. Negative Harmony like dark matter, right? Greta Van Ban. Oh, brother. The merch, Miles, is tomorrow. Aaron's going to be over here. Aaron, right? You're coming over tomorrow. We're going to get the merch up and running. Johnny Marr has a new record out. Wow, cool. Another refresh naturally. Don't say meh. That's right. Thank you, Ryan. Listen to them today. Did not like. Anyone hear about the band that declined to play the Commonwealth Games? We said the fee was too low. Australian band, awful pop band. Okay. GBV got you through the 90s. Don't mess with Frampton. That's right, Subi. Are there upgrades to the Beato Book 2.0? Yes, the Beato Book 2.3. Well, there's 2.2 is out right now. And we'll send a mailing out next week with 2.3. That'll be out when I'm going to stop running my my pay what you want thing. next week. So this is the last week of it. So once we do that, I'll put the 2.3 update of it. Philip, you remember 2 trolls got blocked for saying I mentioned Lydian too much. Could I make a video of that tape you made for Dylan? Was that the C Altered thing? Aaron, I forgot to write about the Smash Mouth thing. So someone made a meme video. They did a video of me, a fake video of Smash Mouth, of me doing What Makes This Song Great with Rockstar. All Star, that's right. That's what's called All Star. So and Smash Mouth posted it on their Twitter yesterday. I'm not kidding, Ron. They literally, someone took my video. There it is. Aaron just posted it. So somebody took my video of number 21, whatever that one was, the last one I did, and put Smash Mouth's tune in it. It was pretty funny. I forgot to respond to it and on it. It looks pretty real though. I'm talking about the drums, and they play the drum thing. If we buy your book, you submit revisions every few months at an extra charge, or is it no extra charge for that? Come on. Of course not, Ralph. Just sign up on Spotify, install the app, search your name, playing now. There you go. Boom. Ebola is catchy. Hayes. Oh, wait a minute. I'm 215 exempt. You know about my SoundCloud? Okay, so I have a SoundCloud, okay, that I always forget about. And Adam Neely loves All Star. That's right. Matthew, there you go. You followed my SoundCloud, Frederick. Okay, so SoundCloud. So I started a SoundCloud thing, oh God, probably 6-7 years ago, and I forgot about it. And every couple of weeks, I would get a notification for this guy, John Langston, that I produced on a song that never came out. He's a country singer. I have a bunch of, it's all just production stuff that I did. You know, so that, because you couldn't post anything on the internet, but you could post, they were just stuff that my assistant Ken put it up. He just put up, he started the thing. He put up all these, created all these, just one song from, I don't know, 30, 40 bands, something like that. So I forgot about it, and it never even occurred to me that this was this was I just forgot that it existed. And I remember logging into it, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, for the first time in years, probably 6 years, something like that. And that one song by this kid has 300 something thousand plays. Yeah, so Frederick, that's, yeah, my profile pic was with my beard in front of my Marshalls. That's right. So Magoo, the Clapton shreds. This is idiotic. My brother Lou sent me that Clapton Shreds video. He said, and he didn't know. My brother Lou is a smart guy too. He said, "Man, his playing has really gone downhill." And I said, "Oh, you realize this is a joke, right?" He said, "What?" I said, "Oh, this is a goof video. Some guy from Norway or something does these. They're so realistic because he follows the things perfectly with it." And I said, "Man, it looks so realistic. I thought he just lost it." But my brother John and I were joking about this, that he thought it was funny. Rick post the link of band topics for us new followers. William, I didn't know. I'm joking, man. I'm joking. Band topics. 432 used to be a band topic. Nobody talks about that anymore. Then it was Negative Harmony. Then it was Steven Wilson, and then now it's Greta Van Susteren Fleet. Clap Elton. Is that true? Schizo. Why is learning theory bad? Who said it's bad? Radio Soda. Oh, yeah. Soda. What was it? Soda Stereo. That was the other one, Subi. Soda Stereo. That's a band topic. Learning theory, not bad. Oh, yeah. Learning theory is not bad. Aaron, the link does not work. Just finished the video. It was well done. It's funny. Funny. Soda Stereo. And no caps. No caps, Brett. That's another thing. No caps. Anything but airspace, can't find them. There's nothing on airspace up. Oh, there's probably airspace on that thing. People say theory takes away your creativity. As Frank Gambale said, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Frank is right. Mark, did I receive the email? Yes, I did, Mark, and I need to reread it again. If I don't respond, Mark, write me another one and tell me, because I get a million emails a day. And Michelle, oh boy, she's going to be mad at me. Carol, if you're watching, I apologize. Carol, Carol reads all the emails when she comes in the morning. JS, you watch Clapton Shreds? It's hilarious, right? And my brother thought that was real. Man, his playing just really went downhill. And I was like, come on, you're joking. That's a goof video. And so, anyways. Evil Eyes from Carol. I know. I did that. I haven't done it every day, but I have. It's a good thing that Carol and Michelle are such good friends. But I do screw up sometimes. Theory only takes away if you let it. Actually, notice the more you know about theory, the less creative you are, and the more. Wait, you've actually noticed that the more you know about theory, the less creative you are, and the most of them don't even write songs. Is Adam the mastermind behind it? No. No, Joe, don't post that. Just throw a beat together, add some arpeggios, and then sweep some envelope filters. Oh boy, the funniest thing I told the Creed, the Scott Stapp story on here, I think, right? With Creed shreds, where I watch Creed shreds with him, and he thought it was hilarious. I was like, you got to watch this, man. Have you ever seen Creed shreds? He said no, and I said. I said, "Oh man, you got to check this out. It's hysterical." And I played it for him, and he laughed. He thought it was really funny. So there you go. All right, I got to go here. I got stuff. I have some stuff to do for tomorrow's video right now, because Aaron's going to be over, and we're going to be working on the merch stuff too. So. How many of you saw the video I put up today? Anybody? I'm just curious how many people saw it, our discussion. Yes. Cool. Well, check it out when you get a chance. It's cool. It's stuff I think about all the time. It's stuff we talk about on here. It's probably, you've heard it before, but about rock being dead. Yeah. I mean, obviously rock is not dead, but rock as a worldwide musical entity is probably dead. Anyways, thank you. You guys are the best. Oh, Spotify. Check out my playlist.